Have you seen that movie yet?
No, I haven't watched it. No.
Okay, cool. Well, then I'm going to drop you from the call. 7:34. We're rocking and rolling. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Welcome to Hollywood versus Cleveland Movie Club, a salty game show by Manning Road Productions. I am your host, Steve Wright. I'm really excited because tonight we're going to be discussing the film Repo Man, 1984, written and directed by British filmmaker Alex Cox in his directorial debut. Though it struggled on its initial release, thanks in part to the popularity of its punk rock soundtrack, Repo Man got a second life and is now widely regarded as a cult classic. IMDb describes Repo Man as a young punk recruited by a car repo agency.
Kevin, stop singing, man.
Finds himself in pursuit of a Chevrolet Malibu with a huge bounty and something otherworldly stashed in its trunk. Tonight we have 3 players joining us for Movie Club, which will play out in 3 rounds. Based on trivia performance, players will be eliminated until only one winner remains. Third place gets this Repo Man compact disc. Second prize gets this Repo Man movie still. And then first prize is screenplay to Repo Man, signed by me. Cool. All right. Round 1, ratings and quick takes. So got to start with my Cleveland counterpart here. John, what did you think of Repo Man Go?
Yeah, Repo Man is a really good movie. I like that movie a lot. The thing, I mean, not to like sort of smash through the central element of the movie, but Miller gives a speech about halfway through the movie when they're burning some trash.
Suppose you're thinking about a plate of shrimp. Suddenly somebody will say like plate or shrimp or plate of shrimp out of the blue, no explanation.
And, you know, for me, this is like the theme of the movie. He's talking about how people just transfer concepts to whatever they're thinking about.
There's this like lattice of coincidence that lays on top of everything.
That's the theme of the movie throughout. We have these recurring themes everywhere. The happy faces, the vehicles.
Find one in every car. You'll see.
It's just really tight as well. Like the dialogue is really tight. The scene transitions are seamless. In fact, it's almost dizzying how they cut from scene to scene. It's like Otto is just walking from scene to scene, and there isn't any like clear. It's just constantly running the whole time. Keeps you completely attached to the movie. The plot is a little bit hard to follow, I think, a little bit. I mean, you have to be paying attention to the characters and what they're doing. But I would give it 4.5 Malibus. I think it's a good movie.
Sweet. All right, next up, let's go to we'll go with Brenning.
I give it 4 Malibu, so 4 out of 5. And my quick take was that back then and even still now, Hollywood has a hard time not making a movie in Los Angeles. But this was a little departure because it wasn't really like Hollywood. It was like the underbelly of the 80s. So that was kind of an interesting take to me, but overall, it seemed like the goal of the director was like trying to capture youth at that time and also capture the zeitgeist of the times.
Many young men of your age in these uncertain times. Otto, are you paying attention to me?
And a lot of things that were kind of culturally relevant that get thrown in there, like at odd times, like the UFO cult played a major theme, but different cults, like the televangelists, and then the diuretics.
Signs of matter over mind.
Was thrown in there as well. So it was a nice time capsule that someone was trying to like show like the Los Angeles that we didn't really get to see. So overall, thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a good rewatch after quite a few years.
Nice, dude. Okay, Law. So what do you think, bro?
Great movie. You guys probably know it's one of my favorites. I got to give it 5 of 5. 64 Chevy Malibus. So I rewatched it. I probably haven't seen it in a couple years, and I forgot again how much I love this movie. It's amazing. As soon as the Iggy Pop came on in the beginning, Repo, I think it's called the Repo Man theme song or whatever, just crushed it, and as soon as that gets started, I was right back into it. This is what I was thinking when I was watching it. They say people don't remember you for what you did, but how you made them feel. That's the way I feel about this movie. Didn't remember the details. And so I watched it again. I'm like, oh my God, this scene. But I still had the same feeling. So the way I felt when I watched it, I probably saw it the first time in 1987 on VHS. I didn't see it right when it came out, but in 87, I felt the same way. I was like right back there, 14, 15 years old. It's just amazing. So, it still holds up. Otto is an amazing character. I think he does a great job. Estevez, I still think he should have got an Oscar for this, but everyone disagrees with me. The way he plays and the way Otto is so disaffected. It's, punk angst, but you still can sympathize with him a little bit, but nothing phases him. He doesn't care about anything.
Baby, honey, got your beer.
He just walks away. He's like, yeah, it's just everything about the way he handles that situation and the way he handles it. It's just it's great characterization. And I think, John mentioned kind of the theme. I think that's the theme for me. Just the angst and the disaffectedness, in LA, like Brennan mentioned, or just in general of the time. Yeah. And one other thing I'd say, I think the cars in this are very important parts. I mean, almost another character in this movie. The cars are very specific to the time, and I think they're also specific to the characters.
We're gonna be right here, heading north at 110 per.
And this junker?
And the various cars they repo kind of represent different parts of LA at the time. And the music is it's amazing. So 5 of 5.
Sweet. Yeah, my big takeaway this time was it's fucking hilarious. I mean, there are some incredibly funny things in the movie.
That's why there ain't a repo man I know that don't take speed.
Speed, huh?
Jesus Christ.
But I thought the whole movie was an allegory for Otto growing up.
Just ignore him, Duke. He's nothing but a big baby.
And so there's this reference to him being a baby. But then he meets Bud. Well, he needs money. That's a growing up thing. He needs money. He tries to get it from his parents. They say no. He meets Bud. Bud becomes a mentor, teaches Otto how to be a good man, or at least a good repo man.
It helps if you dress like a detective, too. Detectives dress kind of square.
And so he sort of trains him, and there's a big turning point, I think, when Otto starts to like being a repo man. I mean, he's growing up. That's how I kind of saw it.
Gee, bud, you never told me it was gonna be like this, man. Cops and robbers.
But I think there's a big twist at the end when he rejects it all.
What about a relationship?
Fuck that.
Because he gets in the relationship with a woman, which is another big sort of growing up type thing, getting a job, having a relationship. And he says, fuck that. So I think it's about him becoming a man, but there's sort of a twist at the end that he rejects all of that. So that's kind of how I saw the story. And I think the turning points are on him maturing and growing up. I'll give it 4.5 Chevy Malibus. And the only reason it's not a full 5 is those plot. I do think that it kind of unravels a little bit at the end, just a little bit. Cool. Round 2, open discussion and trivia. We can talk about whatever you guys want to, but when trivia begins, it's 3 strikes and you're out.
We could talk about the editing. There's a lot of cuts that are comedic.
Let's go get a drink.
Tense situations, kids. Get in.
The editing is fantastic. I mean, those scene transitions are fantastic.
Good evening, Otto. This is Agent Rogers.
We could talk about the music. I mean, Larry mentioned the opening with Iggy Pop. The opening is a non-vocal version of that song, Repo Man, and then the closing is with the lyrics. We could talk about the lyrics of that song. The ending of this movie is utterly fantastic. I mean, so Miller gets in this glowing car, and he beckons Otto to get in the car, and the music just starts kicking in, and then the car goes up. I mean, it is an emotional like lift. The Circle Jerks are in the movie.
Doobity-doo wop wop, say what, yeah?
There's another band in the movie too. The Scooter Dudes. That's a band.
It's a ska band.
The chick he's talking to when the Scooter group comes into the house, that's Pearl from 227. She was also in Good Times. The casting is out of this world. The guest appearances is crazy. Apparently, he almost got Muhammad Ali in the movie.
Jimmy Buffett's in there.
You want to ride?
Michael Nesmith, who is the producer, is in it. That dude from the Monkees, he plays a rabbi at the end. We could talk about the sponsorships. I mean, so the guys who make those air fresheners, they sponsored the movie, or they contributed to the movie with. I don't know if they just gave them those things or if they gave them some cash. Ralph's gave all those generic food items. Those were all donated by Ralph's. So there's this irony because the movie has this level of anti-consumerism going on. And it's like, Ralph's is like donating all this product for them. But apparently this was all like expired generic product. I don't know, pick a topic. I mean, it's just like, there's so many.
You mentioned the music, and when I looked it up, it was interesting to see that it was like lasted less than a week in the theaters. And it was the music, once the music came out after, and then people listened to it, and then it came back, and then it kind of led to more or less us talking about it today.
Saturday Night Live! Monday Night Football! Dallas! Jeffersons!
That's actually a Black Flag song. It's TV Party. And so those are lyrics from TV Party. And so I think it's playing when they're kind of outside smashing into each other. I think it might be that song. But those are lyrics from that. And so he's screaming
that's
it.
Coup d'etat.
Oh, is it? Okay. But when he screams that out, it fits perfectly with the theme, that kind of anti-consumerism, but it's also a song from the movie. I mean, it's all meshed together so well. And I think when that's really what drew me in when I saw it the first time. Everybody told me, it's got all this Black Flag is in it. And so that's why I watched it the first time. That hooked me. And then over time, I've really grown to love the film. And like Brenning said, the soundtrack saved the film. I think it was, like you said, it didn't do well in the theaters. Soundtrack came out, sold pretty well. I actually remember hearing about the soundtrack before the movie. It sold pretty well, and then they're like, well, maybe we have something here. I think they re-released it or put it back in theaters, and that got it, more legs. And so it gave it some level of commercial success, which probably allowed it to get on VHS and put in video stores. So, but yeah, I mean, I think it's a huge part of it.
And the guy who plays Kevin in the grocery store ended up joining the Circle Jerks as their bassist and is still with them today.
That Kevin is Xander Schloss, and Wonderful is, I think, their third album. I loved the Circle Jerks growing up. That's a great band. And Black Flag too. I was into both of those bands. And then I think there's a Suicidal Tendencies song in there.
Institutionalized, I think.
But soundtrack is fantastic, and it's just like integrated so well with the movie itself.
You were talking about the soundtrack. So the woman who plays Leela, and I may be butchering her name, but Olivia Barish. So I guess Alex Cox was like, I want Iggy Pop to write the theme song, but they really didn't know how to get to him. And he actually was living in the same apartment building as the woman who plays Leela. And she said, oh my God, he lives in my building. So that's how she approached him, and they got him to do it, which is pretty crazy.
Wow.
And let me propose a question.
This is intense.
Larry, what's your interpretation of the ending?
I was thinking about that when you were talking about, how your view of his progression, he's growing up. I still think, I think that's a good take, and I can see that. But again, I think it's just about him. He just moves on, he moves on from his parents when they don't have the money, and that he sees they're a lost cause, and he moves on. He gets the job with the repos. He likes it, but he's happy to move on as soon as he has the opportunity. Same with his relationship with Layla. And I see that as him just getting the hell out. And he's like, all right, peace out. I'm out. You know, kind of that's the way I saw the ending. All that chaos going on around him. In the midst of all that, he's same thing. He's just like, you know what? Bud gets shot. Okay, fine. I'm moving on. I'm leaving Layla and I'm getting in the car with Miller. And that's the way I take the end. He's off. You know, he's flying around LA and I don't know, going back in time or whatever. You don't know what happens after that, but he just moves on.
My answer for the ending has to do with trying to figure out like the role of the car and the dude driving it played in the movie. So popping up at all sorts of real times and like who gets killed by it and repelled by it and who was allowed to be in the car. So best guess is like whoever lived the code, like lived the Repo Man code, was like a pure person, could get in the car.
Nice, dude. Malloy, what do you think about the ending?
So I think this movie is about institutions. Okay. So you've got the religious institution, you've got the government, and then you've got how people coexist with these institutions. And the four Repo characters are all named after beers, right? It's Ollie, Light, Miller, and Bud. And, you know, for me, it's like they represent four different philosophies of life. And so Otto, to me, he's almost like a passive observer who's wandering through all of these institutions and philosophies and deciding which one works for him. And, you know, clearly Bud represents like a kind of a capitalist independence sort of way of life.
Most cars you rip are worth $200 or $300. $50,000 Porsche might make you $5,000.
Light is a little bit more of a pragmatist.
Blanks get the job done too.
And then Miller represents this sort of transcendentalism, you know, this cosmic unconsciousness.
It's all part of a cosmic unconsciousness.
And everything's kind of connected, but it's not. And so for me, the ending is him choosing that out of, so he's walked through or driven through all these different experiences, institutions, the UFO group, the scientists, the religion, and I think the ending is him picking that sort of cosmic transcendentalism. Like, it's interesting because Bud is the only other person that can be in the glowing car, right? So Bud, the car starts glowing when Bud steals it from the lot. And Bud drives it back to the lot, gets out of the car, gets shot, and then Miller and Otto are the only people that can get in the car. So it's like, I think the final choice is between Bud and Miller, and he goes with Miller.
If you know, my thing about this being an allegory of him growing up, because Otto is lost. You know, right before he meets Bud, there's that great shot where he's just walking down the street kicking a can. Like, he is wandering. You use the word wandering, John. And yeah, he is completely lost. He's wandering around, and then he meets Bud. So maybe just to go along with my theory, getting in the car and flying off is sort of the final act of true independence and becoming your own man. But anyway, cool. So Larry, what were you going to say, if anything?
No. I mean, I covered the end. I think I like John's take on that. It kind of jives with what I'm saying too. You know, that's his final progression in whatever development he's going through, is just to say, you know, just to leave, be independent, or get out. You know, in my case is how I see it. But yeah, I think I like the end. I think the ending is leaves it open. And that's one of the great things about it.
Oh, by the way, so the original ending was whatever's in the trunk, you know, alien bodies or whatever, ends up exploding and destroying all of Los Angeles. Did anyone hear about that? Okay.
Yeah, and that's matches with setting up that talking about the neutron bomb and what it does.
It fits in a suitcase. So small, no one knows it's there till blammo.
Okay, I mean, I don't know how to take that ending. I like this ending better, really.
Yeah, because the other one was like nothing matters, like none of this mattered. at all.
Right, kind of like a nihilistic thing, and yeah.
Yeah, and there was some kind of future. We don't know what it is. We don't really know what it means, but
it's definitely an ascension. You know what I mean? I mean, it's definitely an evolution for Otto to fly like that. So that's cool, man. All right, well, we're going to start with our first trivia question. Rules are simple. 3 strikes and you're out. Each player gets 1 double down to challenge another player to head-to-head trivia. Get that question right, get a strike taken away. Get it wrong. You guys have your phones?
We're sending our answer to you. That's how we're doing it.
Text it just to me, not in the group.
Yep.
True or false? Harry Dean Stanton, who of course plays Bud in the movie, played an FBI man in The Godfather Part 1. True or false? Did Harry Dean Stanton play an FBI man in Godfather Part 1? All 3 of you got it wrong. It's Godfather 2. So it's kind of a trick question there.
That's a trick.
That is. I don't know. I feel bad about that. So you all have a strike there, but yeah, that was a little.
Double down.
You want to double down right now, Steve?
Yeah. Let's do this.
Double down. Who do you want to challenge?
John.
How old is Otto? Is he A, 18, B, 19, or C, 21? Malloy, that is correct. Let's see what Steve has here. Oh, Steve. You got it wrong. He is 18 years old because he lies and says he's 21.
Damn it. I knew it wasn't 21.
I think there's a scene where they're looking it up on the computer or whatever, and it says 18, claims to be 21 or something like that.
So, Steve, you've got 2 strikes.
And I have none.
You have none now.
You're welcome.
So, all right. So we'll stop with the trivia questions for right now, because Steve could be out of here. But anybody got anything?
I was going to mention here's another theme: eyes. So you have this recurring single eye theme. So in the opening scene in the grocery store, Otto tags Kevin's one eye, and then Kevin at the end, when he takes when he pulls the cloth up, he's got one of his glasses is blasted through.
Interesting.
The scientist J. Frank Parnell, he's obviously got one eye the whole time.
What's in the trunk?
The guy behind the counter in the soda shop has an eye patch.
That's cool, man. So what do you think that means? People don't see the truth, or the truth is half revealed, or what do you think that means, John?
A Homeric Cyclops is about myopic vision, right? So if you don't have 2 eyes, you can't see perspective. You're sort of like singular minded. It's sort of symbolic of not being able to see the whole picture, not being able to understand everything that's happening.
That's a picture of 4 dead aliens. Laugh away, fuckface.
That goes back to cosmic unconsciousness. So these motifs, themes, recurring ideas, that's what Miller is talking about.
I think a lot about this kind of stuff.
So somebody mentions a plate of shrimp, and it's like you can either make a connection between those things or not, and that's subjective. It's this sort of mesh around the themes work for you if they do.
I think that's pretty cool. And speaking of Miller, we'll do a trivia question. Tracy Walter, who plays Miller, played a henchman to a famous villain in what 1989 movie with a Prince-heavy soundtrack?
I have no idea.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't.
So Prince did a soundtrack?
Prince was all over the soundtrack. This is 1989, and Tracy Walter played a henchman to a famous, I'll even say, comic book villain.
Yeah, I mean, I can guess.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe. Law, you got it right. Law, you got it right.
Yeah.
Now, Steve, If you get it wrong, Steve got it right.
Bob? Gun. Going to need a minute or two alone, boys.
All right, Steve stays alive. Very nice. All right, it's time for round 3, our final round, the martini shot, which means it's straight trivia from here on out until we have a winner. 3 strikes, you're out. Brenning has 2, Law has 1, Malloy has 0. Let's see what happens. Alex Cox, the director, plays a cameo in the movie. Does he play A, a gas station attendant, B, one of the punk rockers at the house party near the beginning, or C, an FBI agent? Malloy, you got the answer right. Larry?
Yeah.
You are also correct. Steve Brenning, the answer is not Batman. Now, that may be an old text that I saw, I'm not sure, but Batman is incorrect. No, I'm just kidding. Steve answered FBI agent, which is incorrect.
Triple down.
Too late.
Damn it.
So, Steve, peace in the Middle East. So, Steve is gone. So, Pletchner.
Shut up, Pletchner.
He is the police officer, Repo Man. That actor played a comedic mafia man in this 1988 movie about a former mafia accountant who's being chased by rival bounty hunters.
We have to guess the movie. It's not multi-select.
I'll give you one of the stars. Charles Grodin. Oh, here we go. Malloy is correct.
Charles Grodin gave it away.
Yeah, Midnight Run is the answer.
Yeah? Is this moron number 1? Put moron number 2 on the phone.
He's pissed. Yeah.
Larry, Batman is incorrect.
Yeah.
Just kidding. My Blue Heaven
It's all I could think of.
is incorrect. So Larry has 2 strikes. Malloy has 0. So Alex Cox, Repo Man, this is his directorial debut. What is the movie he did next about the punk rock band, the Sex Pistols? Oh, you both got that correct. It is, the answer is Sid and Nancy.
I love the Sex Pistols.
We'll see how this goes here. Larry, if you get one more wrong, you're in dropped land with Steve Brenning, but you will not go home empty-handed. All right, so I think this is a tough one. What are the first 2 names of the Rodriguez brothers? Malloy looks tense. Malloy is struggling here.
I'm going to send one at a time because I'm trying to remember the other one.
Yeah, one is...
How's your neck, Napoleon? Oh, my neck. Yeah. Oh, shit.
The answers are Lagarto and Napoleon. Okay, cool. So, unfortunately, you both get a strike, which means Larry is done. So, dude, it's down to Hollywood and Cleveland here, which is
That's what I was going to say. Hollywood versus Cleveland.
Fuck yeah, dude. So, all right, man. Well, dude, there's no more trivia because you won. You won the Repo Man screenplay by Alex Cox, signed by me. And dude, I think we're gonna do The Bees next. Have you seen that movie yet?
No, I haven't watched it. No.
Okay, cool. Well, then I'm gonna drop you from the call. Guys, thank you so much for joining Movie Club. Stay tuned. John and I are gonna review The Bees 1978 next. And yeah, there's a lot of fun. Repo Man is a great movie written and directed by Alex Cox. I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you've seen it and like it as much as we do. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good one. Peace.